So I wanted to talk a bit about grief, which is what I'm currently going through. There will be two parts to this video. This is just the beginning, and I'm already starting to break down. But I thought it was important to speak about it because, and we've all had a lot of loss, but this is just one. This is some of what grief looks like. This is the obvious one, I guess. It's been a week. Sorry. But, today was a week ago, Monday, April 25th, 2022. My world crashed around me and many others in our music community here in the Chicago area. And I am still beyond devastated and very beyond heartbroken. This was not just a really, really good friend to me. This was not just like a bestie. This was somebody I considered a family that I've made over here. Somebody whose aura, you don't come across many with that aura like that. Smile lit up the room. Everybody, men, women, it didn't matter. He loved everybody. Everybody, like over and over. The day that we found out, I actually found out before it broke Facebook. And I had to work that day. But I know there's many others out there that had to also, and I thought if they can go to work, I can. But I was not functional. I don't even know how I made it through that day or the day after. The first 3 days were a blur. So I did want to say, for those of you that are like me and are empaths, we can feel everybody else's. This was a hard one because I'm feeling everybody else's pain. On top of it, some other stress. Because it came a little bit after I lost a friend back home. I haven't seen her in years, but I lost her back home. I don't know what happened, but... And not very long ago, I almost lost my youngest son for the second time. And then Friday was the 2-year anniversary of losing my father, so it was all at once. So, if you've got a lot going on, the grief is going to come at you. I wanted to read a few things. I am not an expert on this. I only am sharing what I am going through and what I know of previous grieving. And I just wanted to show one side of it, because I'm also going to talk about depression, which I suffer from, and many others do. I've learned to hide it, and that's not right, because I know a lot of people know me and they think I'm so positive. But that's how you get things happen to people like Robin Williams, because you think everything's okay. But I'm going to tell you, if you looked in his eyes, if anybody had really looked in his eyes, when I went back and looked at pictures of him, it's like you could see the pain in his eyes. So if you think you see something in somebody, even if it's a stranger, I know everybody's hesitant to talk to everybody, and everything's so charged over here, especially in America. But just reach out, because you never know what that can do for somebody. It could make the a decision in their day. You don't know, because not everybody has people. I am very fortunate right now. I have a very loving, supportive husband. That feels horrible because he also lost his friend Monday. He was also his friend. I just was very close with this person. So I just kind of looked up some stuff. And I've heard of this before. It was 5 stages of grief, but they added a couple because there's more to it. And I do know that nobody feels it the same, because I'm seeing this. Some people are taking this harder than others. I'm not the only one taking this hard. I know this. And it's not just his family. Obviously, his family's taking it hard. But Dr. Kubler-Ross created kind of a model, 7-stage model. And the stages being, and not in any, it's not supposed to be in a specific order. And maybe a person isn't actually goes through, but maybe one of these, I don't know. Everybody has different. So, shock, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, testing, and acceptance. If you want to know more, please do your own research, because again, I am not an expert and I'm not going to try to speak on all this. I just know what I feel. And the depression is the worst, because I felt I'm barely functional. I really am. I'm about to go take care of some myself here in a few, because I do have to go to work. But I just wanted to speak a little bit. I'm going to come back to this video once I've composed myself, once that I am a different side, the other side of not just grief but depression. And though it will be a huge difference, the shock for me did not last very long, I think. I don't think I ever went through anger at myself, maybe. And I think a lot of people, because I had some stuff going on a week before, and I had intended to meet with him and his brother. I wanted to do lunch and talk about some stuff, and I didn't reach out and make plans, because my days off, as things usually happen in my life, things got screwy. So I was like, well, I'll just reach out Tuesday or Wednesday. And we always think we get that extra time. And the same thing happened with my father as well. A few of us didn't call him the day before, and we were feeling that we were going to, and then we just didn't. So you do not know. We all know tomorrow's never promised, but this is just another example of it. Don't put it off. Reach out to somebody. If you feel like you want to reach out to them, just reach out to them. Everybody's condolences, I haven't even sorted through. I haven't gotten through all my birthday wishes, so I got through a few, and I'm going to take time to go, because I appreciate everybody reaching out. And my poor husband just keeps asking, he feels helpless, which is he knew what he could do. And I answered him a few days ago. I said, bring him back. But it's not, obviously, a good answer, but I finished with that. I just need to go through this. We don't get over the pain. You don't get over it. You're not getting over it. I got somebody at work that just, he meant it as a joke, but it was not. It was a very bad joke. Told me just get over it. But maybe, certain people handle grief differently. It's too bad for those, people that see somebody grieving and it bothers them. Like they don't know how to deal with it, so that's their reaction. So I feel sorry for them. Because maybe they don't know the love of, it's not just like when you lose a spouse or child, like this is a friend that's close to that pain. And when you lose a person like that out of your life, you're lost. You don't know what to do. So now I'm just going through the stage of depression. And it's going to be long. So for now, I'm going to go do what I need to do to adult and take care of myself a little bit before I go to work. And then I will come back to this and I will finish the video. And I'm hoping so far, just my random sharing helps somebody out there. I do know that no matter how deep you go down, please don't ever give up. I know that sometimes that feels it's the only solution for a release. And I am talking about suicide because I think that in any different forms of depression, I don't think that anybody who's probably committed suicide didn't have some form of it. It'd be a rare case. The majority is probably suicide at some level. Sometimes people make rash decisions they can't take back. But some people, that's to them a release, I guess, from whatever pain they're suffering in this world. Just don't give up. Reach out to somebody. And if you feel or see pain in somebody, reach out to people. Sometimes it can make a difference. I've heard of stories where somebody was close to the edge and somebody reached out and it made a difference. I know because I've had a couple times in my life that people reached out and stopped me. So it's very important, especially for those that don't have a lot of people around them. I'm very, very fortunate. I have a lot of love around me, and I know this, and it means so much. It's not just family, it's my friends, people that are like family to me. So I do feel we can get through this together. But for now, I'm just going to end this and give love to everybody, and I will be back after a few.